Good day. If you would like to listen to a 42-year-old grown adult drone on for hopefully just 10 minutes about upsizing from the medium to large Omni with a 27.5 foot, although I'll talk about some possible evolution in that situation, you've come to the right place. So, everybody knows I skated the medium Omni, enjoyed it a lot, but skated it with the Intuition Premium without the wrap and laces. And then near the end of the season, it was a little sloppy in the ankle area, although it fit. Minimal toe stubbing. When we were filming for MB9, which we abandoned and put in a edit called Not Dialed, I was skating these and the response of the skate was so much better with the wrap. I tried to cut this out. I was having lots of issues in lots of skates, not just the standard Omni, medium standard Omni, but the, I remember the medium, I had such a good session, but I had like numb pain right here in my big toe area. And you can actually see the way this liner is breaking in. My big toe and the toe beside it is much longer than the rest of my foot. And this part kind of juts out a little bit. So I was not comfortable when I was skating. I went back to the medium 909 just with the standard them 909, not the new 909 liner, just the old them Intuitions. You can actually see how this liner has broken in for my big toe area. Because if you look at the medium standard Omni, it's the volume of the toe box is great, but it's the toe box shape that I was having issues with. So like, I didn't even think about it at first to switch to the large shell. And then Lawrence told me that the large Omni shell is shorter than the medium 909. Mind-blowing, I know. To show you here, there's a 10 M12 and the large Omni. Very surprising, hey? That it's shorter than a 10 M12. It's shorter than a medium 909. Here it is beside, here's the large Omni beside the Schmedium 909. That extra little bit of toe space that I was having a problem with on the Schmedium 909, but it's really not, I thought they were gonna be boats when I pulled them out, but it's really not that. I mean, the look down, this looks thinner, that's just the way the 909 looks. It's not that much bigger than a Schmedium, so it's kind of like bigger than a Schmedium, smaller than a medium 909, smaller than a 10 M12. And I was just down here sweating last night, putting on different liners. I posted the picture, flexing the skate, everything. I didn't put in, I'm gonna put in the hard shock absorbers. I tried almost everything in this. I can report, this is crazy. So there's two things I'm gonna talk about. This liner, the original, this is the V1 Intuition skate liner. Now called the Intuition Premium, and there's the Intuition 909, there's the Gold Intuition, there's all different kinds of Intuitions. This fit the best in this skate. Still a little bit of pinch actually for the widest part of my foot and my big toe, but much better. It's crazy. It's not that much bigger than a medium. If you're thinking about trying it, it's not a huge jump at all, but I will be skating the V1 Intuition liner. This was the medium when they only had a few different sizes. Because this was the liner that I skated in M12s and loved it. And this is also the liner that I skated in the T-Nex, and it performed really well. It doesn't have the hard tongue, but the first thing I'll talk about is in Intuition Premiums, actually, you look at the toe on this one, there's no stitching kind of on that widest area of the foot. It's further up. So for some people's feet, I think they would prefer these liners. It would be cool if they brought that back, because I think the problem area a lot of people are having on Intuition Premiums is there's stitching here, and there's see, that's like a bulbous thing of stitching. I think even because millimeters matter, right? The stitching here and here might, on the premiums and the 909 Intuition, it might pinch the liner or the foot a little bit and cause this to react differently, whereas the V1, they should almost bring this design back, but I remember it only fit, they did this design so it fit in more skates, but this is really nice. Like, this felt, for like maybe a toe box that narrows in a little bit more, this just fit really well. So that was first place. Second place was the 909 Intuitions. I need to break these in more. And then third place was the, just because these are broken in so nicely, you can see this part of the padding, like it takes a really long time for this part to break in, but like this toe, people have to be patient with their premiums. They need to break in more on the sides here, and especially in the toe area for me. Because also in the V1, this is pretty thin all around here, where I know that it's thicker around here in the premium, so this is going to take longer for people to break in, especially it's me in the toe area. Nomad liner in this shell. Pain. I probably should have got the 10-10-5 of this because it seems much smaller. Still need to sell this to somebody eventually. Most pain of all. My Fit. This is a My Fit Second Skin, I think, or whatever came in the Aeon 80s. This is a 10-10-5 liner, and this just hurt a lot. I guess I could try it without this wrap thing, but it's a hard no. These need longer to break in. I just talked about that. These need longer to break in. This is the number one. Throw those out. This was surprisingly decent, but neoprene toe, not a fan, but it worked well. So I'm just gonna try this in the Robbie skate, but I guess if you get a plain black version of this, it would fit in this skate quite well. Did not fit as good as the V1. The 10-10-5 Intuition Premium, this was decent actually, but still a little bit of a problem area where the stitching is here and here. And then I forgot to try these ones, but I think that's just going to be too much volume. So the other thing I'm going to talk about is, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if I've said this publicly yet, my right foot has changed a lot over the years. So it's almost to the point where I think it's now a 28, or I need a 28 for my right foot, and my left foot is still 27.5-ish. I need to remeasure, but it's the shape of my big toe and the way my foot, gravity has like made my foot wider on the right side. My big toe and the toe beside it really need space to breathe, and this could just be that I need to skate more. Maybe my foot muscles and tendons and things are flattening out and weakening because my Rems days, skating cuffless Rems, I must have had very strong ankles and foot muscles, and I've skated a lot of hard boots over the years. Something I've never really talked about is I really use the ball of my foot when I skate, and I don't know how that's evolved since skating a lot of hard boots with Intuition. So that's why I'm excited. I ordered the Faction in 43. I ordered the Icon in the 910 shell that I'm downsizing days outside of big wheels. I just need to figure out my foot health and strength. But let's pop this in here. But the most surprising thing about this fit check is that this large is not nearly as large as I thought. Like, seriously. Shorter than a 10 and 12. How about that, hey? Quite surprising. So, if you're on the fence, if you're 27.5 or 28, if you're 28, this is like perfect. They don't look that big at all. Also, I've talked about this. Big skates. Does it like Pat Lennon, Walt Austin? These are people who did not downsize skates, and they skated very well. So that's the standard Yandriel V2 with, very surprisingly, the V1 Intuition liner, which, God, I'm lucky I had one of those randomly, because less volume in the back, stiffer piece with less volume, and different toe shape. You can't get it anymore. Well, thanks for listening. Keep skating something. If anybody knows things about feet growing or widening or foot health, or if I need to go to a foot specialist. Also, my foot, you know how like your knees and my neck cracks a little bit more, my knees crack more as I get older. Like, am I getting foot arthritis from my foot bones cracking a little bit more? I think I can get a foot specialist covered through work, so maybe I'll make an appointment and get them to check it out. Let me know what's up. Keep skating or something. I didn't try this one. I'll try this one after.